Hi everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. This is day 3, recipe 3 of our 21 recipes in 21 days. That was the challenge we set ourselves, to be able to create and share some really tasty, delicious, thrifty meals utilizing the cheap products that you no doubt would have stocked up on in the pantry with this apocalypse looming and all of us having to be indoors for this patch now while everyone's kind of under lockdown. So we're going to try something really fun today, something to get the kids involved with, something on a sweeter side of things. So we encourage you to get your family together and try this recipe. We'd also like to thank you all for the support so far. It's been really great to see everyone interacting with what we're doing. So please send your pictures in. Once you've tried a few of these items, send them to us via our Facebook page, Wild Coast Bookings, or direct to me at Josh Jennekamp as the profile. We'd really like to see you all testing those recipes out. So let's get into it. Okay, so in the spirit of not going outside of your own house, your own compound, estate, wherever you live, we do need to do a small grocery run, and frankly I don't really want to bump into any kind of military presence to explain why I'm going to the shop to buy a potato. So what we do have is we've actually got our own little internal grocery store that we have. We're recapitalizing our interest so that at least someone in the household's bringing in an income. It is my daughter's shop. So we're going to go and support that right now, and I'm going to go and get a few ingredients that I'm going to need for the next couple recipes. So Seiji, you ready to shop?
Yes.
Okay, let's hit the shops. Okay, so as you can see, we've got a really nice stocked little grocery outlet here that Sage is stocked up really nicely. She runs quite a tight ship. You'll notice there's a credit card machine here. Dad's not allowed to run accounts, neither is Mom. This is purely cash, purely card, and we're going to pick a few items now that we need.
And I guess it's not a failure we could help, and we'll both go on to get lonely with someone else, with someone else.
So that was a pretty successful shopping trip. Did cost me a small fortune. I'm not entirely sure where my daughter gets her business savvy from, but that pricing's a little out of whack. Luckily enough, it's reinvested and already back in the old skyrocket here. So let's have a look at what we got. We got some beautiful chocolate biscuits. That's something we're going to use today. Black beans, not entirely sure what we're going to do with that just yet. You always need a little box of snoop. We got some chickpeas. We actually are going to do something interesting with that in the next day or two. Cup of soup. I've got something on my mind to do with that. Some whole corn kernels. That's an interesting one. This is not the sweet corn, this is the corn in brine. We've got an idea for that as well. We're going to do that a little later. The Steri Stumpy, of course, is for Dad after a couple of beers the following day. Nothing wrong with that. And that's what we're looking for. We're going to be doing something really fun today with a tin of peach halves. Peach halves and syrup. You do need the halves, not the slices. So the biscuits and the peach halves, that's what we're working with, and we'll show you how we're going to do that. Okay. Right, so what we've got here is Sage, my little helper. She's going to help us make this dish. This is a little nostalgic recipe for me, actually. My mom used to bake this when we used to live in Cape Town, and I don't know why it's always stuck with me for all of these years. So simple. I'm really glad I remembered it. And all it is simply peach halves, these chocolate biscuits, and for the adults, we're going to add a little bit of Obies. Obies, exactly. It's old brown sherry. Old brown sherry, yeah. Not so good for kids, but really good for dads and moms in winter. You want to see? Okay. Do you want a biscuit? Right. can see I'm losing some concentration here. How's that? I think Dad will try as well. Oh, good. Come on. No. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these peach halves. All I've got is a little Pyrex dish here. I'm going to pop them in.
Or on the cliffs of the Palisades, you killed the engine, and then it hovers above, reeling bodies failing to discover a thing they once knew as love, raising their voices to convince one another. Time your way when the cameras turn to face you.
So as you could see, dead simple. We put the biscuits just in the hollow of the peach, took some of that little tin syrup, spooned ever so little on top, and then for the adults, you just got to add a little drizzle of sherry. You'd be amazed what it does with this oatmeal chocolate biscuit and the baked peach. Put your thumb over the top so you don't soak it in sherry, and just put a couple of drops, and for goodness sake, just remember which ones you put the drops on. I don't think this is the time to be held responsible for inebriated underage kids on top of everything else we're dealing with. So that's pretty much the story. I've got the oven going 150 degrees Celsius. I don't want to go too hot because it's a thermal oven. I find anything at 180 in a thermal oven actually cooks quicker than it should. So you want to bake it through just so those peaches soften a little bit more. You can kind of see there's going to be some toasty action happening on the biscuits, and we're going to serve it with ice cream. Delicious. Okay, so we're about ready to get these peaches out the oven, and I'll be honest with you, what I actually did is I turned the grill on just for the last couple of minutes after they'd been in for almost 10 minutes, because I wanted it to be a little bit more crispy on top. You see some of them have gotten a little dark, but that's really, 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 really beautiful. Top's nice and crispy, and like I said, we're now going to put that with some ice cream. Okay, so grenadillas are in season, really nice. They've got this kind of sour, tarty sort of flavor to them. They're really, really good. We eat quite a few of them for breakfast, so nice to have. And then we've just got some nice vanilla ice cream here. If I can just find where I put my spoon. Oh, there it is. Okay. Nothing too fancy, just a nice vanilla ice cream. If I can remember which one's the boozy, yeah, we've got those two which are boozy ones. There's a boozy one. And the reason why it's always good to go with some ice cream is you just get that contrast of hot and cold. And I'll add some mint. Okay. And the reason why I'm adding mint is purely because it looks good. You'll find most guys when they do these sorts of things, it becomes a little trick. They'll either spray something with olive oil or spray it with water, or, you know, there you've got kind of color tones. You need the green to make it pop. So you're at home, play around. You don't always have to go to a restaurant to have a restaurant quality experience. So here we bring it at home to you. I'm about to go and have a tea party with the rest of the family. Are you guys ready? Yes. Oh, and we almost forgot. Now, I'm not entirely sure what my mom used to call this. It's got biscuits, got some peaches. We've added some granadilla and some ice cream. So I reckon, ain't that a peach?
You cannot outrun a ghost, speeding southbound lanes with abandon. It catches you on the coast. Cliffs of the Palisades, you killed the engine, and then it hovers above, reeling bodies failing to discover.
I have espresso there, Seiji. Can you make my coffee, please? Oh, thank you very much. Knuckles. Shot, man.
There you go, knuckles.
Thank you.
Knuckles for daddy.
Someone else. Someone else.
You love me, fight me, granny.